Hi there, it's Lily, and this week on our internet side is Spring Week. Now, I don't know if any of you guys live in Massachusetts, but right now there's quite a few feet of snow on the ground, so Spring Week was a little challenging for me. But I finally figured something out. Make sure you go check out Lindsay's video from yesterday if you haven't already, obviously. But what I figured out was, you've all heard of spring cleaning, right? I'm gonna assume you have. I'm gonna assume your answer to my question was yes. And I was gonna originally do like a makeup tutorial or something, and then I was like, I'm not good at makeup. But what I am good at is facials. So what we're doing today is spring cleaning for your face. Alright, this is one of my favorite facials. It's basically Bior strips, you know, the ones you buy for like your nose to get rid of blackheads and like make your skin look better. It's basically that, but you make it on your own. Alright, so what you do is you're gonna take 1 tablespoon, which is equivalent to 1 packet of Knox Original Gelatin. Make sure it's unflavored, because if it's flavored you'll get everything will get screwed up. To 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of milk, which I already put in there. And then you're going to want to put them together, mix it up just a little bit, and then you want to put it in the microwave for 10 to 15 seconds. I'm going to put mine in for 12. Alright. So, I'm not wearing any makeup right now, and I don't know if you're going to be able to tell the difference at the end, but this is one of my favorite facials. It will make your skin softer, it will make you glow, and it'll get rid of blackheads. Okay, you want to take it out immediately and put it on your face really quickly because it will harden really quickly. Okay, stir. Hit it up just a little bit, and then you can use whatever you want to apply it to your face. I typically will use those little wooden, whatchamacallums, little wooden spoons you get from ice cream places, the hard wooden ones, but you can use a popsicle stick, or even like I am right now, my fingers. Make sure your hair is pulled back because it'll get stuck in your hair and it'll hurt when you pull it off. Alright. Make sure you get it all on your face, nice and good. It's probably going to crumble a little bit just because the gelatin might not be entirely dissolved. That's okay. It looks really gross, I promise. Okay, yeah, it does feel gross. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it's totally worth it. Sorry, I'm just kind of like ignoring you. You can look at the top of my head because I'm trying not to get this all over my kitchen because my mom will kill me. You can do it just on your nose like you would with a Bior strip, or you can put it all over your face like I am now. It's pretty gooey, it's pretty gross, but don't eat it. It doesn't taste good. I've made that mistake before, but it makes your skin beautiful and I love it. See, now it's starting to solidify. It's gooey now instead of liquid like it was when I started. Okay, so then you're just gonna rinse your hands off, because if you're like me and you put it on with your fingers, it's pretty gross, it's slimy and nasty, and my bangs are doing horrible things right now. It's also not gonna smell the greatest because you just microwaved milk, but you can deal if you want pretty skin, because you know what they say, beauty hurts. And this one doesn't actually hurt, it just smells a little bit yucky. Then you just sit and wait for it to dry. It doesn't take long. I can feel mine drying already. And you have to wait for it to dry completely. But word to the wise, if you have like peach fuzz on your face, or like if you get it in your eyebrows and you peel it off, it's gonna hurt because it's sticky and gelatin-y and like forms like these little lumps if you don't put it on your face like super perfectly, which nobody ever does unless you are a pro and have done this facial 650 times. I've only done it a few, but it's definitely a good one. See, this is what it becomes. It becomes just like gelatin. Pretty basic. So it's doing all that junk on your face. Alright, so once it dries a little bit, and mine's almost dry, you're going to want to peel it off your face, but you have to make sure it dries completely or it's not going to work as well. So it's only 2 ingredients. It's pretty basic. It'll make your face feel like $1,000,000. You're gonna feel epic. I don't know if you'll be able to notice the change on this camera, but in person you definitely can, especially if you have blackheads. Like I have them really bad on my nose and around my nose, so it gets rid of those real quick, and it just all around softens your skin and makes you feel good about yourself. Alright, mine's pretty dry now. Alright, now sometimes it'll peel off in sheets, sometimes it won't. It depends on where you start. I typically start with like these chunks that like got rolled when I was putting it on with my fingers. I typically start by pulling those off because they're thicker. And what this actually feels like once it's dry is, have you ever worn latex makeup for like a Halloween costume or something? Like I've worn them for musicals, latex facial pieces. It kind of feels like that, like when they're painting it on your face. Yep. Alright, so you're just gonna wanna slowly roll it off. It'll peel like a Biore strip in some cases. I put mine on a little thick today, but just for like viewing purposes so you can see that it's actually on my face. But you're gonna wanna, you don't wanna rinse it off because it won't work as well. Because what it does is it literally pulls the dirt out of your skin. So it's pretty gross to think about. But when your skin feels as good as it does after this, gross is okay. Like, see, I have peach fuzz, like, right here, apparently, and I just pulled some of it out, and it hurt. It's like when you pull a Band-Aid off your leg, and you haven't shaved your legs under there in a couple days, because you had a Band-Aid on it, and it hurts to peel off. It's kind of like that. But I'd say less painful, because Band-Aids on your legs hurt a lot. Or like when you were a kid before you shaved your legs kind of thing, or a guy. You can imagine that sucks. Alright, you get to watch me peel this nastiness off my face. Look at it. Do you see it? It's yucky. But I'm already feeling my skin and it already feels amazing. Trust me. Another cool beauty hack you can do instead of buying the expensive Biore strips, like that isn't just gelatin and milk, if you just want to do like your nose, get Elmer's glue and put it on. It doesn't work as well as this facial or as Biore strips, obviously, but it works pretty well. Gets rid of blackheads in a cinch. I mean, now if you have huge blackheads where they're like about to rupture, then the glue doesn't work as well, but I just get little ones on my nose, and it works okay for them. Sometimes you'll peel it off and you can actually legitimately see I can see gelatin hanging right there. You can see the dirt and stuff that I pulled out. It's pretty gross. Like, I'm putting this back into the cup that I started in originally, and like, the original stuff is like white. The stuff I'm pulling off my face is not. And that's pretty gross to think about. Ow, pulling up my peach fuzz. You're gonna want to be careful, like especially above like your upper lip, because like I don't wax my upper lip. It just kind of stays as it is. But there's definitely peach fuzz there, and it's gonna hurt to pull it out. So if you're one of those people that waxes your upper lip, you might want to wax your lip before doing this facial. That's the one like con to this facial, is that it will pull your peach fuzz out hardcore. You're gonna want to try and apply a layer thinner than the one I did, because I was using it for viewing purposes, so you guys can see that this clear mixture is actually on my face. You can feel it crack when you do that, if you still have some on your chin and stuff. I'm just getting like most of it off. So, you get the point. You can just roll your fingers over it like this and it will flake off. Sometimes it will even peel off if you're really careful and you do with like the right consistency layer. But this is not one of those times. But I promise you, your skin will feel amazing. So now you guys know what I look like without makeup and without my glasses, so I think we're like best friends now, if we weren't already before. Alright, so most of mine's off. I've still got a couple little chunkies and stuff that I'm going to pull off after this video, but I'm sure you don't want to spend the next like 10 minutes watching me peel stuff off my face. Alright, so that was about it for this video. That's spring cleaning for your face. I promise hopefully I'll have a better video next week and the weeks coming up, because I had absolutely no idea what to do for spring week since it doesn't feel like spring out. Alright, well, you're beautiful. I love you. I'll see you next week and have a happy...
We drop bass in your face. We drop bass in your face. We drop bass in your face. We drop,
blowing up the place, blowing up the place.
Drop bass in your face. We drop bass in your face. We drop bass in your face. We drop
bass in your face. Boom, focus better than the Zoom.
Drop.
Make the floor bounce till we go. Give me room.
Drop.
Boom, focus better than the Zoom.
Drop.
Make the floor bounce. Make the floor bounce.
Drop.
Boom, focus better than the Zoom.
Drop.
Make the floor bounce till we go. Give me room.
Drop.
Boom, we flying in the spaceship. Back to the basics. Back to the matrix.
Matrix. We drop
bass in your face.
Drop. Matrix.